Okay, Saturday, 2nd of August 2025. So, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Bitcoin is money that grows on trees. Deflationary, first principles. So, there's that nice old saying that money doesn't grow on trees. Nice little interesting cope, let's say, with regards to finances. But when you dig a little deeper, you realize that effectively, in terms of banking and finance, in some way it kind of does. In some way, we used to in the UK. When UK had paper money, kind of in some indirect way did. Okay, but through banking, it kind of does in a way, as in it is created from thin air. But let's go deeper with that nice little saying and follow the logic to say Bitcoin does in some way grow on trees, meaning your Bitcoin appreciates in value, meaning Bitcoin is deflationary, meaning Bitcoin doesn't literally grow on trees, but because it's deflationary by default as a first principle, it increases its purchasing power, meaning that one Bitcoin can buy more things, that one Satoshi can buy more stuff. And that has the same net effect as acquiring more money from thin air by growing on trees. So it's actually interestingly coherent. It's poetically coherent and technically coherent. It doesn't literally, but it might as well do by the deflationary nature of Bitcoin. Meaning, because it's fixed supply, 21 million Bitcoin and 221 quadrillion, I think their number is, Satoshis that will ever exist. Because that's scarce, the price of these things go up in terms of pounds and dollars and euros, but this stays the same because Bitcoin is the same. Bitcoin is very, very consistent. It's the fiat world around it, which is volatile, but that's a whole other conversation. And as it increases in purchasing power, that means it's deflationary. You can buy more stuff with it. Wow. So the net effect is Bitcoin grows on trees. But we can go deeper with that little old saying to say, well, how is Bitcoin mined? Renewable energies or non-renewable energies? It utilizes both. Now, there's this institution called the Bitcoin Mining Council, something akin to that, which talks about the renewable sources and avenues that Bitcoin mining uses and where it comes from. And I want to say, I can't remember exactly, but the good chunk, the majority of Bitcoin mining is renewable energy. That's powerful. And the way the world is going with regards to renewables, the trend, the fashion, things like that, is going to go increasingly more towards renewables. Fair enough. So then you could say, in some energy way, Bitcoin does indeed grow on trees because it uses renewable energy, meaning it's sustainable. You've got a tree, like an orchard, you've got a tree, and year after year it keeps creating more apples, whatever else, pears, like an orchard does. So Bitcoin does indeed grow on trees when you consider the sustainable mining practices and energy sources. Wow. And then we can go even deeper to say that trees are a renewable source because there's so many of them. But that's a bit more technical. But if we just say and understand and accept that sufficient amount of mining, or the critical mass of mining, or the majority of mining is through renewable sources, then that means that Bitcoin is mined sustainably, just like an orchard sustainably create or grows apples. Then we can say Bitcoin in some way, through an energy lens, it is made on trees. It does grow on trees. To be more to follow that poetic coherence. Wow, that's quite powerful. That is quite powerful to understand. Again, a little poetic, but the first principles stand strong. Fixed supply, deflationary nature, renewable sources for mining. Wow, that's interesting. That's a real play on that old little saying, money don't grow on trees. Bitcoin does. Money doesn't grow on trees, but Bitcoin does. That's interesting. Very interesting, playfully poetic, we could say. Very nice. But that's something that came to me quite recently. I just heard or saw somewhere, money doesn't grow on trees again. I've not heard that in years. And I thought, well, Bitcoin does. Does Bitcoin grow on trees? It got me thinking. I thought that's perfect for a video. Very nice. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.